Hello and welcome back to Iggy's Toy Parade and Soldier Review. Once more, this is your host Iggy, and today we're going to look at GI junk. All this stuff is loose things that I had in a tub buried under the soldiers that I had been recently sharing and sharing. And I don't have the packaging anymore, and it's going to be difficult for me to identify much of these things. But I thought you guys might like to check out. I don't recommend that you do this. If you're going to take things out of the packages, uh, either keep it on a figure or place it in a baggie with an identification tag or a little card stating what it is. Because trust me, after 20 years, you forget what you have here. And that's what's happened to me. Well, let's start off with, as we go, this is a G.I. Joe boot. This one is a soft rubber boot. I noticed with the reproduction Joes, they either have this soft rubber or they have a sort of a hard, thin plastic. This is an Ultimate Soldier item. This is a Panzerfaust. I remember going over to my friend Doug's house, and his father was there. And he said when he was a little boy, they used to find these in the forest near the farm where he grew up. Looks like this is broken. It's probably going to bust off. And it did. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. Here we have a metal helmet that came with the, what was it, Heavy Weapons, KB Toys exclusive Heavy Weapons set. And it featured a Marine. And this is the helmet. I dropped something on the floor. Oh, hold on a second, guys. I've been finding a lot of stuff on the floor because I keep dropping it. Here we have a German Mauser 98K. And the 98K can be distinguished from the regular Gewehr 98 by the fact that it's shorter and it has a turn down bolt that you see here. I have one of these. I probably should have showed it to you. Okay, this is a G.I. Joe. This, of course, all this stuff is reproduction G.I. Joe, with the exception of sets that were released for the first time in the 90s. Those are original, of course. This is the G.I. Joe M1 Garand. I wish I owned one of these. That would be awesome. Probably very expensive now. Here we have a couple of life. Oh, look, there's 3 of them. I don't know what this black stuff is. Is that paint or is that glue? What is that? Anyway, when I was a boy, I always wanted one of these life rafts. And my grandmother bought one for me, and I tore it off the card. It was on a card. It was released under the Air Force. And I guess I grabbed it by this here and started tearing it up off the card. And I ripped it here. And so the raft never worked. I still have the raft to this day. I didn't tell my grandmother because I was embarrassed that I broke it after she just bought it for me. And but I kept it all these years later. I said, well, maybe I can repair it. I tried to repair it once, but I wasn't able to, but I still have the raft. And I have more of these rafts too, by the way. It's crazy. Oh, look, here's a hand grenade. This, of course, is a reproduction of an original one. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, this is the D-Day salute. Maybe that's what this helmet was. No, because this one's plastic and it's not Marines. So the other one is from the heavy weapons set. This has the pack. And you would wrap this around the pack. And it's got the... I'm guessing that's a gas mask. What else is in this? Here, let's take it out so you guys can look at it. I don't know if we're going to be able to get through all this without creating a huge, or excuse me, a long video. This is plastic. This rifle that they created for the D-Day salute is somewhat different. And let's see, let's compare the two. It wasn't even showing it to you there. There we go. This is from D-Day Salute, and this is 40th anniversary rifle. So you can see they're quite different. It looks like this one's slightly longer. Then it's got this little newspaper thing here. New Allied landings. Here, read all about it. New Allied landings. Clear beaches, more troops pour in. Get your paper here. New Allied landings. It's kind of cool. And I just dropped something on the floor again. This is probably a bad idea. What do you think, guys? Oh, I know what this is. This is a shelter half. This is the shelter half. And this is the pack. It's got an E-tool and a bayonet. And this is his blanket. Okay. He's got his mess tin, the ditty bag. And this one I think is, I don't know. This is probably D-Day Salute also. It's got that distinctive looking rifle. And it looks like there's a BAR, a BAR, Browning BAR. And I have no idea where the Joe is. But here's his pants. And here's his shirt. And it says Hasbro. But instead of being made in Japan like the originals, or Taiwan, it's made in China. I guess everything's made in China nowadays. Well, 80% of toys are made in China now. Here's boots and a radio and a 45 that is much too big. See, look at that thing, is huge. This is a Cotswold collectible marine helmet. I think I did a video once on the Cotswold collectible helmets. Because if you're getting 40th anniversary, you may not have enough helmets. This looks like Ultimate Soldier. And it's a, I guess, M43. And what do they call it? He's got a pack. And this is more Ultimate Soldier. We got rifles here, quite a number of rifles. Let's see what we have here. Is this German? This is a German one. And this one is also German. I think that was the Gewehr 43, but I'm not positive looking at these things. And then it's got hand grenades and pistols. Got an egg grenade, a stick grenade. Quite a number of stick grenades. A German helmet. Here's more clothing. I don't think this is G.I. Joe. This might be Ultimate Soldier. This is from the D-Day salute. It's wire cutters, canteen, and a cartridge belt. This is a British canteen. So that's Ultimate Soldier. Here's one of his ammunition pouches. I guess the Pattern 37 web gear. We have over here. There's a Tommy helmet. Right there. There's his boots with gaiters. And there's a Bren gun. You can see the handle. Well, maybe. There's the handle. Here's one jack boot. Here's the other jack boot. These are Ultimate Soldier. This is an ammunition bandolier. And then we have, oh God, what a mess. Oh, an MG34. That's what this is. MG34. We have a briefcase for the Tuskegee pilot, I think. And I already showed you the 34. Here's a life jacket. This is pretty cheap, though. I don't really care for this. It doesn't have very much filling like the original G.I. Joe orange ones, or the 40th anniversary ones are better, too. What's in here? Oh, this is German gear. Bread bag, gas mask canister with the gas cape. See, it's got the gas cape. And it's another German machine gun. Oh, this is an Elite Brigade. That's from Cotswold Collectibles. And it's of the 82nd Airborne. You can see the patch on the side there. Here's another pair of Marine pants. I'd like to know where all these naked G.I. Joes are. Here's a Cotswold Collectible helmet. And here's a Marine helmet. This is a treasure chest from the This is called 8 Ropes of Danger or something for their deep sea diver. And it came with this treasure chest. Oh, here's the octopus. 8 Ropes of Danger. You know, an octopus is an ugly thing. It looks like a giant testicle with tentacles. Tentacle. They're gross looking. And the way they sort of move around is just like your nutsies. Here's a marine shirt. It's really wrinkled up. When I get all this sorted out and move and I'm able to display things, I'll have to iron all these. They're all messed up. This is really heavy because this radio and the helmets and the rifles. No, the rifles feel like plastic. But they're metal. I'm not so sure I care for that, though. Because if you have it on your jaw long enough, it might cause the head to droop a little bit. Yeah. Here's a reproduction manual. Got a whole bunch of those. Oh, this one is a Waffen SS helmet, German helmet. That's pretty cool. This is another Cotswold collectible helmet. This is a Ultimate Soldier. He's got his helmet there. And this one is a British. He's got a Bren gun there. That's cool. This one is also British. Got the Bren gun. I think I showed you that already. And we looked at this one already. This is the D-Day salute. And here's a bag full of weapons and stuff. And okay, guys, that's all I got for you. I'm going to pack this stuff up. I think it's probably preferable to keep things in their packages. You can see it a lot better if you decide to display than in baggies. You can't see anything in a baggie. And look what happens. They break out of the baggie and you got all these loose parts like this here. I think that goes to the Bren gun. Here's a flight helmet. This thing is hard as a rock because it's been in storage so long. It's become quite hard. Here's a mess tin. And this helmet here has been speckled with white paint. And it came with the defensive Bastogne G.I. Joe. All right, well, that's it. So what I would recommend is that you keep it in the packages. I think the reason why I took all this stuff out is I just didn't have room. You could put more into a tub, plastic tub, if it was out of the packaging. Unfortunately, I left no means of identifying things, so I'm going by memory. And if you put a little card and write out what it is and what year it was produced and whatnot, that would be preferable. You'd be able to identify it much quicker than trying to use your, in my case, faulty memory. All right, guys. That's all I got for you this time. I hope you enjoyed looking at G.I. Joe junk and Junkie Monkey. So let me sign off, and we'll go with the usual. I'll see you on the Dusty Trail, and we'll meet up at Roy Rogers Ranch. Hopefully, a Trigger and Bullet are there. Did you know it lowers your your blood pressure if you pet a dog? And I imagine if you pet a horse, that would do that too. So bring some carrots and some dog treats for Bullet and Trigger, and perhaps a pack of cigarettes for Dale. Everyone smoked back then. You realize that? My parents never smoked, though. And in the 1940s, that was very different, very strange if someone didn't smoke. Almost everyone did back then. Now virtually no one smokes anymore, which is probably good. It's not good for you. What is that? Oh, it's an MP40. Oh, and a German helmet. Very nice. Okay, guys, that's it. Let's hit the Dusty Trail. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails. Okay, guys. This is Iggy saying so long and thank you, everyone, for watching another episode of Iggy's Toy Parade and Soldier Review. And now, Iggy says so long, folks. See you next week. Bye.